A few years ago when we originally recorded it, it sounded very upbeat and bright and happy and Motowny, and I felt like it didn't really capture the emotional content of what the song is about, the lyrics. So the Rascals, my good friends Leon G. Thomas and Chris Riddick, rearranged it, and I said I wanted strings, and we got strings. I was writing Bang Bang with Max and with Salvin in the studio, and I recorded it, and it was great, and I loved it, and I didn't really think about it ever again. And I sat down in Monty Littman's office, who's the CEO and chairman of Republic Records, and he was like, I want to play you something. And the last thing I expected to hear was Bang Bang, just because I sort of forgot about it, I guess. I was so focused on the rest of the album. And Jessie J was singing, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is amazing. And then the second verse came in, and it was me, and I was like, am I about to have a duet with Jessie J? And then Nicki came in, and I almost had a heart attack. And so that was sort of how it happened, and it was a complete surprise to me. And I was like, just letting you know, if you ever do this again to me, if you surprise me like this again, you have to be prepared. You have to have inhalers and things here, because I'm gonna need that help next time. So my fans have heard little bits of Be Alright over the past year, because the night that we finished it, we sort of Snapchatted us partying in the studio, because we were so proud of it. It's one of my favorite songs on the album, and it really is, it's super uplifting and really empowering. What if we brought up God as a Woman? And I was like, what did you just say? And they were like, oh yeah, we have this idea called God as a Woman. And I was like, what the are you talking about? I was like, why did it take you this long to bring that up? It's me. I was like, oh my God, why can't we? Why did this take so long? And he pulled it up and he played it, and I was like, shut the up. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever heard. They were like, why don't you record the hook? And I was like, oh, I will. And he was like, oh, send it to a rapper. And I was like, please just let me have a chance first. I was like, I want this to be mine.
Wouldn't be
it's not the same. I don't want to share with a rapper. I don't want to share with a boy, especially. It's called God as a Woman, They can't.
Men are prophets.
I could envision a verse where they're lifting up the woman and stuff, but it's for girls. It's about women and female energy, feminine energy, being responsible for the whole creation of the universe.
The whole creation of the universe.
Mm-hmm. It's within. Is it insane if I name people and thank them directly in the song? Then we did it, and I was like, wow, this is really, really, really special and feels really like something, And then I went home and slept on it, and we came back, and I was like, okay, let's make another version just in case without the names.
And that still exists somewhere.
Say I'm too young or something. Yeah. I've had too many boyfriends. I was just talking about what people say about me. This is not the version. Me as I was doing it was this is not the version. But I was also trying to be protective. Because also in my relationship at the time, things were up and down and on and off. And so I didn't know what was going to happen. And then, we got back together, so I had to make a different version of it. And then we broke up again, so we ended up going with that version. There's a version where I was getting married. There's a version where I'm not getting married. There's a version with nothing. We're not talking about anything. And, but we all knew that the first version was going to be the version we ultimately went with. People and relationships that have,
real impact.
Yeah, it is real life. And spent a lot of time with each of those people. I know I did the final chorus of my hair at home, because I got out of the shower and I was like, oh, my whistles are really here today. I should do something fun with this. And then I opened my hair and just randomly did that, and it was fun.